Hey everybody, this is 365 Days of Movies. This is where I rate my top 365 movies. One movie a day for a year. So, with that, let's get into this movie. Number 272, Star Trek Into Darkness, rating 7.29, released in 2013, directed by J.J. Abrams, starring John Cho, Benedict Cumberbatch, Alice Eve, Bruce Greenwood, Simon Pegg, Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Karl Urban, Peter Weller, and Anton Yelchin. The crew of the Starship Enterprise returns home after an act of terrorism within its own organization destroys most of Starfleet and what it represents. Leaving Earth in a state of crisis, with a personal score to settle, Captain James T. Kirk leads his people on a mission to capture a one-man weapon of mass destruction, thereby propelling all of them into an epic game of life and death. Now, there's a lot of sort of controversy around this movie. J.J. Abrams claiming that Benedict Cumberbatch wasn't playing Khan, and in fact he was playing Khan. And then, of course, there's a little bit of baggage that the original movie that had Khan, Star Trek II, was the most beloved of the Star Trek movies amongst the fans of Star Trek. So to basically remake that and wildly remake it so that it barely resembles the original, other than the inclusion of Khan and some other things, and I believe the Botany Bay was in it as well. The idea of remaking it probably rankles some fans, but obviously the J.J. Abrams Star Trek universe is an alternate reality because of what happened in the original Star Trek J.J. Abrams movie, in which Spock went back in time because Nero went back in time and basically created a point of divergence. So there's not necessarily any reason that this remake of Star Trek II has to resemble it at all beyond including Khan and the super soldiers. However, the reversal of Kirk and Spock in certain scenes, playing homage to the original Star Trek II, probably also rankled some fans, although I thought it was well done. Mainly, I think the movie itself was well done, and I actually think I might like it. You know, it's a bit of an improvement over the first Star Trek movie, just because there were some over-the-top things in the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie that I didn't particularly like. This one was slightly more down-to-earth, although there's still some issues that I have with this that have changed some aspects of Star Trek, which make things just easier for everybody. The idea of being able to transport across the universe just makes it easier for someone to write lazily and not have to come up with a well-written story that has limitations. So there's less limitation on travel, and this seems to be one of the big things in the new Star Trek is the inability of writers to limit travel, when that itself sets up tension, conflict, that sort of thing. And if you can just easily get anywhere at any moment, then really everyone is right beside each other, and how would these empires even exist? So that's a bit of a tangent. This movie basically only does that with the trip from Earth to Kronos, so it's not the biggest deal, but it just sets up a precedent that I didn't particularly like. And the original movie had already kind of set that up, although they made it a little bit more difficult to do that transporter travel. In any case, I definitely think you should check out this movie if you haven't already. And if you dislike this movie and only watch it once, maybe give it a rewatch. Hey everybody, this has been 365 Days of Movies. We're going to keep plowing ahead. So let me know what you think of this movie, And if you want to discuss it further, comment below. If I get a lot of interest, I may very well make a full review of the movie, maybe even a video essay. So let me know what you think, and let's get to the next one.